Good afternoon, and everybody, and welcome to sunny Lithgow. Well, it's sort of not sunny. It's a pretty dismal day. Bit of sun, but not much, 10 degrees. Anyway, oh look, there it is. So this is what I've come to talk about. This is my latest edition. Unfortunately, there have been a number of changes here. So that's the Polestar 4 that I've had for just over a year. But all the other old cars have gone, except for Reg the Model T. He's still here. And the reason is that, well, it's a few factors. I was starting to lose interest in the older cars, mainly because I'm not able to work on them like I was before. I can't kneel for too long, and when I do kneel, once I get up, I can hardly walk for a little while. So I don't find that interesting, and it makes it difficult. But I still wanted something manual. So I found this little thing. She's a 2025. No, she's not. She's a 2015 Mazda 2. And in the spec for Australia, it's the top spec, which is known as the Genki. Middle was the Max, and the base model was the Neo. So anyway, I found this at the local Ford dealer, and yes, I paid too much for it, but it was convenient. I didn't have to go anywhere to get it. Interesting plates. I quite like them because they got the Q and the Z in them. So I've just put some number plate covers on it. Not perfect, little bit of a bingle there, but fortunately it's all in the plastic, so maybe at some stage I'll have it done. It's got the alloy wheels with the 16-inch rims, or 16-inch alloys with tyres on it. I will need new tyres soon. They're not bad, but they're probably 3/4 of their way through their life. But apart from that, I've got the bonnet popped at the moment, so we can have a look at it. We can do that now. Hopefully I can do this one-handed. Give us a sec. I just got to get the bonnet stay in. But she's in remarkably good condition. She's only got 70,000, well, a bit more. I've done nearly 300 kilometres in the 2 drives I've done in her. I picked her up on Wednesday. Today is currently Friday, and I did 180 kilometres in her on Wednesday. I went from Lithgow to Bathurst, across back to back to Taranah via the Taranah Road, which is a very narrow little windy road, follows the railway line, into Taranah for lunch. And then I went back to, cut across to Oberon, and then back. So 180 kilometres then. And I've done just over 120 today. I went to Bathurst, but this time I went to a shop in Bathurst. We don't have a Repco store here anymore. We've still got Super Cheap and a couple of others, but I get a fairly good discount with Repco. So I drove to Repco in Bathurst and bought the number plate frames and a couple of other little bits for it. I've got to look at some of that blacking stuff. I've never used it. It's just that, some of these window trims are starting to get a bit iffy, and I believe there's stuff you can get for that to black them. Most of the rear black on the boot, it's a little bit worn across the top here, but nothing major. That's a bit of polish. That's not too bad, but yeah, there's a little bit like that in there. But she's just a pretty honest little car, really good service history. And also I've got things like, this where obviously the elbow or something's been sitting all the time. I just tried to hit it with some cleaner I've got, but it doesn't do anything. I don't know whether that blacking stuff can be used on this elephant hide stuff. Softer touch materials here, the red stripe, hard here, of course. But, not bad. The centre of the wheel, the chrome, of course, is all coming off the Mazda badge. Few little same sort of marks around the outside here. But otherwise, particularly good. Seats are all good. Showing a little bit of squash here, but no wear. and my fat ass, they'll get more squashed, so I don't really mind. It's got a very rare option of a centre armrest, and it is a factory centre armrest, and I believe they were $200 or $300, which I like, because when I've got my arm on that, I'm right to the gear lever's just there, and it's a beautiful little snickety gear lever. So this, as I said, being the Genki model, has the very basic navigation screen on it. It works. Works off a SD card, which I can update, although it seems to work so far for what I've done. But I will update it. Got a few marks on the screen. I don't know if you'll see those. See, there's that little one in the corner and that line sort of thing on the top. I don't know what that is. Comes with a single CD, which is really stupid because I've just got rid of every CD I had. But that's all right. I tried plugging my phone in, so it Bluetooths the phone, but this cable I've put in through the USB does not take audio, but there's a little audio jack there. So I'm going to see if I can get an audio jack to a USB-C port and maybe plug my phone in that way. So this, getting back to this armrest, apart from the fact a bit of wear there, it opens and it's got two little containers and it's height adjustable. So that's on its maximum height, which is perfect for me. Yeah, so, you know, just a nice little car. You know, this one, again, as I said, being the upmarket one, this centre console is all soft. And you've got the contrasting stitching. And it's also got automatic climate control, single zone, but works. And of course, you've got the centre buttons down there to work your navigation and everything. And I like that because it means I'm not tapping on the bloody screen all the time, like in the other cars. And in the back, we've got, again, you know, all quite good. I've got a upholstery cleaner, you know, a little carpet shampoo thing, carpet shampooer, so I might try those with it. There's the back of that armrest. So it takes out, I think there was a little pocket under there, little where you could put stuff, but that's in here, so it covers it. No armrest, of course. You know, it's only a fairly basic little car, but it's nice. You know, 1500cc. This, again, being the top of the range, has the most powerful engine. From memory, it's 115 PS. I can't remember the torque figures. Oh, I got a leaf down in there. Straight a leaf. Can I get that? Oh, I can. Yeah, I think I can. Yeah, bloody break. It's a dead old leaf, so of course it's breaking. I found another one. Honestly. And another one there. There we go. But look, you know, it's clean, it's tidy. As I said, 70,062 when I bought it. 70,300 or almost 300 kilometres now. But yeah, it's very nice. But yeah, beautiful little gearbox. Really snickety gearbox, comfortable. I can get in and out of it easily. Runs out of a bit of a puff at 100 kilometres an hour going uphill, but you just drop it into fifth and she goes well. But then the other one, I've got the gate shut, hit the doggies in. So you can't really see it. No, you can't. But sitting out the side there, because it parks behind this one, is my little Buttercup cream Hyundai Insta. So I've got two electrics. So all of you that don't like electrics, you can go and delete me now. I love the electrics, I really do. And I fill them up here just to give you an idea on those. So that's the Polestar is the long-range single motor, which I've had for almost 1.5 years. That's got a 100 kilowatt battery and 200 kilowatt motor in it. And I can assure you, there we go, there's the details. I can assure you it goes really well. I haven't got the keys on me at the moment, so it won't even open up. But so normally I've got a Tesla charger there, and in summer I will use that because I now have 16 kilowatts of solar panels and 3 Tesla batteries. But in winter I find, just so I don't pull too much out at once, I just use the granny charger hanging up here on the old phone, on a 15 amp, but it's only a 10 amp charger. So this is the one actually out of the Polestar. I haven't touched the one in the Insta. It's sitting in the boot still and it's wrapping. So that's how I charge those normally. So on Wednesday I had to fill the Mazda up, and that's the first time I bought fuel since early 25. And admittedly I bought 98 and it was $2 a litre here in sunny Lithgow. But, you know, I've 300 kilometres and I've just come off full. So, and it reckons it's got a range of 600 plus kilometres, and I've no doubt it would. Anyway, so that's just a quick introduction. I haven't named her yet. I sort of want to name her using the Q and the Z. So I was sort of thinking like Quizzy. There's no U or anything, but, you know, the Q and the Z I quite like. So, and the I. Just can't get the D into it. Quizzy. No, that doesn't work. Oh, also being the top of the range of it, it has this little red piece in the grille so that you can spot it from a distance if you're really desperate to know. Plus the different wheels. But yeah, just passenger side. Yeah, just a nice, neat little car. But that gearbox, oh yeah. I mean, if I bought it for nothing else, I bought it for that gearbox, and it is beautiful. Just snickety, and as I said, your hand just falls perfectly to place when you've got your arm on the armrest, so I'm glad it's got that. Yeah, just a really, really nice little thing. Anyway, that'll do for the moment. Hope you like it. Leave your comments, like the post if you wish to. You can subscribe if you want. Its channel's changed a lot, I suppose, in that there are almost no old cars now, but anyway, things happen. Okay, see ya.